Greetings and welcome. My name is Jake Rayson. I am a forest gardener and a forest garden designer, and there's a couple of bits of news today. I've been a bit busy. I've got a new job project to do, so that's very exciting. It's a wildlife forest garden. It's an acre and a half of paddock in Surrey, and it's really exciting. The client is really on board and knows what they want. And it's just very, very exciting because this is a real opportunity it's a big space, and there's a lot of opportunity to put in a lot of very interesting plants and create a really, really diverse habitat as well. So it adjoins a woodland, kind of scrubby woodland, and it's clay. There's going to be a pond there, and lots of dead hedges, hedging. So I'm very excited about it. So I've got to put a proposal together for that in the next couple of days. So I'll be doing that. So I haven't been outside very much. But anyway, what I did want to say was, there's Lyndon Hawthorne, who is on Twitter, is great. She's she's really into her wildlife and her plants and her insects, and she's fabulous. I've just a mine of information. So do give her a follow. Let me just get this. I'm having to do screenshots because my computer's too slow to stream and have a browser on. So give her a follow on Twitter. At Haggy Woods. I don't know how you say that. Never really thought about it. Hold on. That's on Twitter. And I kind of use a lot of what she talks about. I always kind of, when I get a chance to, I'll read it, because there's just so much information there. And she was using, she was just talking about the other day, I just made a thread of it. She was talking about woodland edge plants and hedging plants. And this is, it's brilliant. I mean, I know a bit about hedging plants, but this was like native hedging plants, and she's kind of discussing stuff. And let me just kind of get the notes up. And it's stuff I hadn't really thought about. I've got my standard forest garden hedging plants that I use, and there is some things which I hadn't even considered. So there is stuff on there which I'd heard of, but I think, I've got to go and have a look. So purging buckthorn and European spindle, and the other ones, there's a kind of list of them, and I've kind of got some of the ones which are kind of interesting. But purging buckthorn, all the buckthorn really kind of are interesting. I've used wild privet in the previous job. I've used hazel, hawthorn, field maple. Not going to be using that anyway, but it's kind of good. All this information in there. And then I thought, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go over and check the kind of species interaction on the database of insects and their food plants. So it's brc.ac.uk DBIF. It's database of insects and their food plants, and it's like a really, really good resource where you can go and get information about the interactions between insects and plants. So ideal for any gardener, I'd say, not a wildlife gardener. Every gardener should be a wildlife gardener. But so I went to check it out, and then I came up with, where has it gone now? It came up with this error message. So this is a few days ago. I got in touch with the Biological Research Centre, whatever it's called, and they haven't got back to me. They haven't replied to tweets. They haven't got back. I'm guessing there's like 2 people doing a mountain of work there or something. But they haven't got back, so it's broken, which is a real shame because it's a really, really useful resource. I'm going to give them a call tomorrow and just find out what is going on. And then I put a shout out to see if anyone had, I could get any more data from. So Brian Eversham, who's on Twitter as well, he was saying, there's the ecological flora of the British Isles. It's really clunky. It looks like it was written 20 years ago, which I'm sure it was, and that has some of the information in there. And I was thinking, this is, it's not the same. The database of insects and the food plants isn't that, it's not really up to date, but it's functional. You can get it's easy enough to use. So I asked if there's a database available, and then Ollie Pescott said, yes, there is. Go here, which is the oopsie. It's quit. Don't believe. It's just quit. Fantastic. Thanks. And he said there's the database that you can use. So I've gone and downloaded it, and I haven't really got time for this at the moment. But what would be, if I can't get the database of insects and the food plants to go back online, what I want to do is to create a new version of it, which can be, which is much more accessible. So yes, and this is the database here. It's from the UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, which is the organisation which is the BRC is a part of. So I've downloaded that data, and I'm looking at creating a web app with it. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. Little side, I haven't got time for it, but if anyone is interested, if anyone wants to do this, give us a shout. And if you're into databases and web apps and ecological data and plants and everything, then do give us a call. It'd be kind of interesting. It'd be a really interesting project to work on. It'd be good if there was some money in it, and this is the problem, is I don't think there's any money in this stuff. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. A bit late at night. See you soon. Cheers, bye.